Hello from Nice. I'm here with Sam Renouf, the CEO of the Professional Triathletes Organization, the PTO, and we are here for a reason.
We are, yes, for the Global Triathlon Awards. It's great to be here in sunny Nice to celebrate the sport.
Yeah, and we will celebrate your winners also. You have a world ranking. We all know who's first.
Yes.
Are they here?
Yes, we have... Most of the athletes have made it across to come. It's going to be a very busy couple of days, but we're proud to be able to announce the first PTO World Rankings I think it's the first award of the event. So we'll kick off a good start for a celebration of triathlon.
If you talk to athletes, the ranking has become more and more important. Is it just because of the money, or is this something like you can compare to other sports like tennis?
Well, so the money helps, yeah. So let's not question that, right? And I don't make that just as a joke. The money helps because we want to make this a professional sport. The definition of professional is to be compensated, right? So to us, it's very normal to have the rankings payments. But you're exactly right. Really, the main purpose the PTO rankings was put together was to create a way to order the sport, right? And to see who is the best on a standardized basis. And that's really what we've seen. One of the reasons that we focus on the middle distance is that it's this unique opportunity when athletes can step up from short or step down from long and crown who really is the ultimate triathlete.
Yeah. We all know there's a world ranking, but nobody can tell how it is developing in the year because it has been very difficult. I think there are some changes coming.
You mean with the AIT scorings and these things? Yes, so look, triathlon is a very fragmented sport, first of all, right? You have lots of different codes, different organizers, different distances. So when we first put the PTO together, we said, look, what is a way that we can try and simplify this? Our first version of that was the AIT. So that's taking, I don't think we need to go into details of how we score it, but essentially it is a way to score races. What we've now, over the last year, we've taken the feedback from the industry and from the athletes in particular. The professional athletes formed a rankings committee earlier this year, about 7 or 8 of them, and they've been looking at all the other sports, cross-country skiing, various different sports that have similar rankings, and taking the best process to then make some changes. And so in, I believe, 2, maybe 3 weeks, we're announcing a new protocol for the rankings. I won't go specifically into the details because it's probably boring, frankly, the specifics, but what we are going to move to, and I'm happy to share, is a system where we're breaking out the races by their prestige. And what I mean by that is very similar to tennis, where you have the Grand Slams, then you have ATP 1000, 5000 different levels. Yes. We're going to do the same thing. And so one of the benefits that brings, giving you a long answer, but the benefits for the athletes, it means that if they go to a certain race, they know what points they can earn, right? And it means that, for example, the PTO Opens or Kona or Nice will have the very top. And if you're doing a regional race, there's still a way to get points, but it's treated as less prestigious because it is.
Yeah, I'm from Germany. We have a lot of prestigious races in Germany. Are they involved in that? I ask the question because we all want to know who's rating there.
Sure, yeah. So to us, and again, it's a fragmented sport, really difficult to organize. The way we define prestige is through prize money, right? So that's sort of an indication of how big the race is. And so Challenge Roth, as an example, is a very prestigious race, and so it's right up at the top. If it's a smaller regional race, there's still ability to be part of the rankings, but it's going to have lower points.
Yeah. We have a prestigious race here, and you want to have, I think, 4 Opens and a Collins Cup. So far, you announced just one. Let's talk about Singapore.
Yes, let's talk about the PTO Tour. So look, one of the things we recognize, as I mentioned already, that the triathlon is a really fragmented sport. For it to really ever become truly professional, there must be the ability for us as fans to watch the same athletes racing all the way through the year. Right? This is the same as any sport is the same. And this was really lacking before the PTO came along because you had Kona and you had Roth. There weren't many other times when the best people would come together. So that's sort of the fundamental core of what we're doing with the PTO Tour. We've obviously had 1 year last year. We're now expanding it this year to 4 races. We've announced the Asian Open, which is going to be in Singapore, as you said, in the end of August. We're super excited to take triathlon to Asia and really establish a Grand Slam in Singapore. The event's going to be the end of August, and let me think what I can tell you. So it's 2 days long. It will be a combination like the other events the PTO has. We will have mass participation in age group racing in the morning. Mm-hmm. Then we close the course, and in the afternoons we will have the professionals racing for large prize purse and globally broadcast all around the world.
And our audience is age group based. It's the same as last year, 25K or 100K?
We haven't quite finalized that with road closures. One of the challenges we have, candidly, there's a reason people often ask us, and I'm sure your viewers will be wondering, why is the PTO slower to announce the races than, say, others? And the reason is we have much, much more complicated road closures than most events. Most triathlons, even the level of Nice or Kona, they're shutting the roads for one day, right? So it's actually relatively simple for us. We're asking for 2 or 3 days of road closures, often right in the middle of the city. We haven't announced the specifics of the course in Singapore yet, but it's downtown. So right in the middle of the financial district. It's the road closures are comparable to what happens with the Formula One. So it's very, very complicated. So for that reason, we haven't announced yet the distances yet for the age group racing, but 100% we will have the 100-kilometer distance because that's very core to what the PTO is creating. And then we are planning, and very much hope we'll be able to do this, also have some more accessible events. So not just sprint triathlon, but running races, so that we can welcome more people into the sport. Because we think one of the best ways to grow triathlon is to bring runners in, they recognize how great triathlon is, and we convert them into triathletes. Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But for the pros, it will be 100K, 5 times a year.
Yes, exactly right. Yes, 2-kilometer swim, 80-kilometer bike, 18-kilometer run. And the 100-kilometer distance is important. So I've already said how it allows us to bring long-distance short course together. The other reason is television. It means that we can have a 4-hour run time when we go to our broadcasters and say, you give us 4 hours, we give you lead-in, shows, the race itself, and all of the wrap-up in a just about a format that they're happy with. Because 4 hours is a long time to take from a broadcaster.
Yeah. Do you think this 100K event will be a melting pot of long and short course in the future?
Yeah, that's exactly our intention, yes, especially as prize money and incentives go up. It's an incentive for more athletes to do that. I mean, take Ashley Gentle, who I've seen here walking around, she's here for the awards, has very publicly said, this is going to be her distance she's focused on. She stepped up from short course racing, and we've seen that obviously so well with the short course athletes stepping up, whether that's Flora Duffy, Christian, Gustav, all of these athletes. Yeah.
It will be an exciting season. Good luck for that, and thank you very much, Sam Renouf.
Yeah, my pleasure. Really nice to be here. Thank you.